Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome back. Today we got some very exciting information for the upcoming Assassin's Creed game, with Assassin's Creed 1 getting a remake or a remaster version, which is now being confirmed by Tom Henderson, the guy I really trust the most when it comes to all of the leaks and informations. He's given us some very exciting updates related to that one. And apart from this, Infinity, which will be containing a lot of upcoming Assassin's Creed games that we've just got a plenty of information about, and all of this is coming from Tom Henderson, who's known to be one of the most reputable source out there when it comes to revealing some of the information, leaks, and all that stuff when it comes to upcoming games. Now, first off, speaking about Assassin's Creed Infinity, which is supposed to be the biggest upcoming hub that Ubisoft is working on, they haven't really given us any further information, except that they've just given us an announcement that it's going to be releasing alongside Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is supposed to be the first Assassin's Creed game that will be releasing inside of Assassin's Creed Infinity Hub. So now that we already know that Assassin's Creed Shadows is announced that it's a game that's coming out, and we're also going to be getting an official gameplay reveal on June 9th, which is during the Ubisoft Forward event. And in that event, we're going to be getting a bunch of upcoming Ubisoft games. So since Shadows was already announced, we're just going to skip that game for now and move on further to the next Assassin's Creed games that's going to be available in Ubisoft Forward. Now, the first one that we already know is going to be coming out is going to be Assassin's Creed Hexe, which is a game that's going to be set in Roman Empire right after the death of Jesus Christ, when the fall of Roman Empire is imminent, and we also have Christianity spreading all over the world. So it's going to be a very interesting timeline to go ahead and explore. Now, some of them say that Ubisoft is going to give us some sort of a cinematic trailer for this game, and the only thing that we have received so far is the teaser, which kind of just shows us the Assassin's Creed logo. But apart from that, you know, Ubisoft is most likely going to reveal the protagonist of the game or the setting of the game and something like that on June 9th, which they've already scheduled, and it's going to be live on YouTube. I will of course be streaming it on this channel, so we're most likely going to get a lot of stuff about Assassin's Creed Hexe. And after that comes the most interesting game that Tom Henderson has already leaked, which is one of the games that I'm very much anticipating for, which is Assassin's Creed Black Flag's remake. Now, I've previously covered all of that information, but I just think it's not enough, because Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake is absolutely going to be one of the most exciting remakes of all time, and especially since Ubisoft does realize that the game just turned out to become a meme in terms of having a lot of tailing missions. So Ubisoft realizes, you know, a lot of fans did not really enjoy the tailing mission, so they're most probably just going to get rid of that. And in the remake version, they're going to correct all of the mistakes that they've done in the past. And what can I say, man? The storyline of this game was already perfect. It was a 10 out of 10, and the exploration, the open world back in those times, it was really amazing. And I would love to have a game that is as good as Assassin's Creed Black Flag's open world, where you could explore the lands, the seas, underwater. You could actually hunt sharks, whales, and some sea monsters, and also treasure hunting underneath the water. And all of this stuff was very, very exciting in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And just imagine the current generation of hardwares that we have and the new engines that Ubisoft has upgraded their Anvil engine to be. Hopefully, it's going to be a next-gen engine. The remake version is going to be available only for the next-gen consoles, because, you know, the last-gen consoles are going to hold back what the capabilities of this game could turn out to be. So my hopes are most probably Ubisoft is going to be revealing this game on the upcoming Ubisoft Forward event, alongside the new codename Assassin's Creed Nebula, which is going to include 3 different Assassin's Creed games that are set in India, China, and Aztech Empire. So these 3 different settings are AAA games that's coming up. Now, we already have a 2D version of India, China, but then we don't have an Aztec Empire. But it seems like Ubisoft does recognize, you know, that people are really asking to explore more of Asia. Now that they've dived into Japan, it just seems like, you know, Ubisoft is going to be exploring it more into Asia, which is going to consist of all of these 3 different games, is most likely going to be getting a new teaser. Now, of course, don't expect a cinematic trailer or revealing any further informations. It's just going to be an announcement most probably for these 3 games. And after that comes Ubisoft's most ambitious projects of all time, which is Assassin's Creed Echoes, which is a code name for the multiplayer version of Assassin's Creed game that they're working on. Now, this multiplayer is most probably going to be an open world game, because, you know, Ubisoft is also working on another multiplayer game which is called Assassin's Creed Raids, which is going to consist of 4-player co-op version. And that game mode is going to be completely free to play, and it's going to be part of Assassin's Creed Infinity platform. And this free to play version is going to be getting a lot of different maps and different missions for assassins, where you can play with up to 4-player co-ops. So it's a completely different thing from Assassin's Creed Creed multiplayer version, whereas Ubisoft is going to make the multiplayer version, which is now currently codenamed as Ecos. That game is going to be paid, and most probably they have plans of releasing that game with a full-on open world action adventure game, something that's kind of comparable to GTA Online, but at the same time it's in the Assassin's Creed universe, where you're going back to the past, checking out the enemies, creating your own characters or your own assassins. You can complete different assassination missions, contracts, and hopefully Ubisoft keeps supporting this game as a live service. And now that we know Assassin's Creed Infinity is going to be a live service platform, it's going to be a hub which is going to consist of all of these different Assassin's Creed games. That kind of just gives me a lot of hopes that Ubisoft might be concentrating more towards the multiplayer version, and most probably they're going to give us more content to this game. So one thing that Ubisoft has said is that they're going to be satisfying all different types of players that love Assassin's Creed. Someone who loves single player already has single player versions, and if you love RPGs, then they're going to be making more RPG games, and if you love some of the old school linear type of games, then they already have Assassin's Creed Mirage, and they also have Hexe, which is going to be coming out, and Assassin's Creed Hexe or Hexe. So that game is actually going to be a much smaller game, a linear game, which is kind of similar to Assassin's Creed Mirage, whereas Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be a huge, massive open world RPG game. It's going to be heavily focused on live service, and it's going to be 2 times bigger than what Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla map was. So you can already kind of imagine what Ubisoft is planning or working with here. So like Ubisoft said, it seems like they're going to be focusing on all different types of genres and trying to satisfy all the different types of players out there who love Assassin's Creed franchise, and especially with the hub being a huge part of the franchise, it seems like Assassin's Creed Infinity is going to be giving us this whole new opportunity of going ahead and exploring all the different types of games and different genres. Now moving on to the final most exciting news of all time, which is Assassin's Creed 1's remake or remaster version. Now Tom Henderson has given us some latest updates where he has confirmed that Ubisoft is working on Assassin's Creed remaster or remake version, and it just seems like it's a project that Ubisoft wants to keep as a huge secret until or unless they're going to go ahead and reveal it in the upcoming Ubisoft Forward event. But as of now, it's a huge secret, and Henderson says that, you know, he has heard a lot of information about this project from people that are working inside of Ubisoft. And also at the same time, when Ubisoft was celebrating their 20th anniversary for Assassin's Creed titles, they kind of just revealed this new trailer, which had a new opening scene of Assassin's Creed 1, but then it was very different from the original vanilla version of the game. And as you can see, the comparison between the original game and comparing it with the new footage that Ubisoft had shared, it actually looks very different. The color scheme as well as the details in the textures and everything, very tiny bit better than the original version, and this could most probably be a remaster version or maybe an entirely remake version. And they tried to recreate the original trailer, and most probably I guess Ubisoft accidentally revealed this information, and most probably it seems like Ubisoft accidentally revealed this information before they were supposed to do it. So later on, Ubisoft came forward, kind of gave a confirmation that the footage that we see is not really a remaster version, it's the same footage from the original game. But as far as what we can see from the comparison, any 4-year child could even spot the difference between both of these footage, and he could say that this one is far better than the original version. And it just kind of makes me sus that, you know, Ubisoft is trying to hide a lot of things from us until or unless they're ready to go ahead and officially announce it. So most probably June 9th is going to be the date when we're going to be getting all of the answers for all the upcoming Assassin's Creed and most of the projects that Ubisoft is working on. Now I would honestly love to know what is the upcoming Assassin's Creed games that you guys are excited for. My personal favorite is of course going to be Assassin's Creed Shadows, especially since that game is set in Japan. And the second most excitement that comes for Assassin's Creed game, for me personally, it's going to be Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake. And that game is just something that I really want to see happening, man. And if Ubisoft does announce this in Ubisoft Forward, I'm just going to go completely crazy if that happens, okay? So let me know down below in the comments, what are your opinions? What are your thoughts? Which game are you guys personally excited for? Leave them in the comments down below. I would love to read your comments, reply to as many of you guys as I possibly can. And if you guys are looking for a YouTube channel that covers all the latest and the greatest information, news, updates, leaks, and all the stuff that you guys need about upcoming games, it's going to be available first on my channel. So make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free of cost. You don't have to pay a dime in order to do it. Turn the notifications on, and I will see you guys on tomorrow's video. And by the way, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and smack that big fat like rating down below. It really helps helps out the channel, helps out the videos a lot more than you guys think. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.